Welcome to Flash Library, the podcast that takes the books everyone talks about and turns them into conversations you'll actually enjoy. I'm your host, and today we're diving into one of the biggest, boldest books to ever ask. How did humans end up running the show? Yep, we're talking about Sapiens, A Brief History of Humankind by Yuval Noah Harari. This book is like one of those deep, late-night talks you have with a friend, the kind that makes you question everything, from your job to your grocery list to why people wear neckties. But don't worry, I'll break it down for you in a way that's light, insightful, and won't require a PhD in anthropology. So, here's the core idea of Sapiens. Humans, specifically Homo sapiens, became the dominant species on Earth not because we were the strongest or fastest, but because we were the best at believing stories. That's right. Our greatest superpower might just be our imagination. Let's rewind the tape. Around 70,000 years ago, something weird happened in our brains. Harari calls it the cognitive revolution. Before that, humans were just another species minding their business, hunting, gathering, probably judging each other's loincloths. But then, boom, we started creating complex language, gossiping, forming tribes, and believing in things that didn't physically exist, like gods, nations, or Bitcoin. This is takeaway number 1. Shared myths are the glue of human cooperation. Think about it. You and I might not know each other, but if we both believe in, say, the concept of money or human rights or pineapple on pizza, we can work together, trade, build cities, or start heated debates online. No other species can do this at scale. You don't see 1,000 chimps gathering to discuss foreign policy or set up a retirement plan. Now, fast forward to about 12,000 years ago, the agricultural revolution hits. People start farming, settling down, and domesticating animals. Sounds like progress, right? Well, Harari flips that on its head. Takeaway number 2. Farming may have made life harder, not better. It's like getting a gym membership because you want to get healthier, but then you're locked into a contract, eating protein bars you don't like, and questioning every life choice. Farming gave us more food, yes, but it also led to longer work hours, poor diets, social hierarchies, and the invention of property, which, surprise, leads to jealousy and war. Suddenly, humans are owning land, building cities, creating rules, and figuring out new ways to annoy each other. Which brings us to takeaway number 3. Humans invented systems that outlived them, like religion, money, and empires. These aren't just practical tools. They're giant collective fictions. Harari says money only works because we all agree it has value. Try explaining that to a dog, or a baby, or your friend who keeps investing in the next big coin. Religions? Same deal. They give meaning, community, and a moral code. But again, it's all based on shared stories. These systems allow millions of people who've never met to trust each other enough to do things like fly on planes, pay taxes, or not scream in an elevator. Takeaway number 4. Empires shaped the modern world more than we'd like to admit. Every modern country has roots in conquest. Empires didn't just conquer land, they spread language, culture, and even food. Ever wondered why English is everywhere? Thank the British Empire, or don't. Depends on your mood. But Harari doesn't just focus on the past. He zooms way out and asks the uncomfortable question: are we happier now than we were as hunter-gatherers? That's takeaway number 5. Progress doesn't always equal happiness. Sure, we have smartphones, heated seats, and oat milk lattes, but anxiety is through the roof, we sit too much, and most of us don't know our neighbors. Meanwhile, ancient humans were active, social, and rarely bored. So, who's winning? Harari isn't trying to romanticize the past, but he's nudging us to think, what kind of life are we building? What are we chasing? And is it actually worth it? Now, let's talk about biology and technology, 2 of Harari's favorite topics. In the last few decades, we've entered what he calls the scientific revolution, where we started manipulating not just nature, but ourselves. Takeaway number 6. We're becoming gods, without a user manual. Today, we can edit genes, build artificial intelligence, and maybe one day upload our consciousness into the cloud. Sounds cool, or terrifying. Harari warns that while our power is growing, our wisdom hasn't necessarily caught up, kind of like giving a toddler a flamethrower. So, what does all of this mean for you? Well, it means that your daily life, your job, your beliefs, your social media habits, is built on stories. And those stories can be changed. If we invented money, companies, and even countries, then maybe we can reinvent what success means or what a good life looks like. So here are 3 simple things you can do, inspired by Sapiens. 1. Question the stories you live by. Ask yourself, do I actually believe this, or did I just inherit it? That includes everything from career paths to social norms. 2. Learn to cooperate through empathy, not just systems. We're wired for connection, not just transactions. And 3. Stay curious. Harari's whole book is basically one long curiosity-fueled thought experiment, and that's something we can all try, no matter what we're doing. So next time you're scrolling through your feed or stuck in traffic or wondering why humans invented fax machines, remember, we're storytelling animals, and the stories we believe shape our entire world. Thanks for hanging out with me on this episode of Flash Library. If you liked this little time-traveling tour of human history, share it with a friend who's too busy to read but loves sounding smart at parties. Until next time, keep learning, keep questioning, and maybe keep wondering what it really means to be human. See you soon.